When you start making content, it's easy to get into this rabbit hole of acquiring new gear and thinking that you have to post everything on both short form and long form, making sure that every single video is a hit, but in reality, it doesn't have to be that way. Sometimes we just need to understand the importance of evaluating what we're doing and knowing what it is that we want to accomplish on both. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, I'm JB. I started a vlog in my 30s. I love to document my life and I'm sharing the things that I learned along the way. Right now, my workstation is a bit messy and that's because I am playing around with different setups. To date, I have been filming and documenting my life and all of this YouTube stuff exclusively with my cameras. Right now I'm shooting on the Sony a7C II. I have the Sony ZV-E1, but for the next week or two, I'm challenging myself to put both of those cameras away and film everything exclusively from my phone. We're gonna get to this setup in a little bit, but for today, I'm gonna be talking about how I manage long form and short form videos. If you don't know, I post weekly videos on my Instagram, and on YouTube, of course, is everything long form. So before we dive into that topic, you guys already know what it is. Let's roll the updates. All right, everyone. So long form and short form, how do I manage all of it? And the reason why I want to talk about this is because when I first started on YouTube, I was seeing a lot of videos that were saying, it's not too late to start. It's easy to pick up the camera, just hit record. Very straightforward, positive things, which are great. But one of the things that no one really talks about, I feel, is how to manage both short form and long form, because it's something that I enjoy doing both of. I like making these longer form videos where I can just talk and explain different things or just expand on other topics. And I like short form because it's something quick, it's fun, and I'm able to quickly share things and learn new skills, because short form videos are oftentimes easier but more difficult to edit, if that makes any sense. But point being, I feel like no one really talks about how to manage both short form and long form, so here we are today. When it comes to balancing short form and long form, I think for me personally, and hopefully this helps you guys, is understanding what you want the difference to be between the two. For example, on YouTube, like I say in my intros, I document my life and I like to share the things I learn along the way. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm sharing something that I have learned as I document my life. And that's how I'm able to explain different things and maybe show longer clips than what I show on my Instagram. And the purpose of my YouTube channel and long form is to share my growth and to share these things that I learn with you guys. And hopefully you're able to take something away from these videos. When it comes to my Instagram, that's more so on the fun side of things. For example, I post weekly vlogs on there. And then I also post, for example, I posted a video recently of me unboxing this moment cage. And then aside from that, I'll post maybe like an inspirational thing that I'm experimenting with, and then of course my bread and butter, which is the weekly vlogs. And there, that helps me to experiment, because I feel like with short form videos, I'm able to kind of take something small and creatively expand on it, versus with a YouTube video like this, I'm just talking and I'm just showing things that relate to what I'm talking about, so on and so forth. So all that to say, I think the biggest thing when it comes to balancing short form and long form is making sure you know what you're doing with both. Because when I was trying to do it at first, I was like, oh, I need to post this on short form. I need to post this also on YouTube. I need to do this and that. I have to post a shorter version of my vlog on Instagram. I need to post a longer version of this video on YouTube so people see it, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like that led to a lot of creative burnout and I didn't want to do it anymore. But I think after refocusing and just rethinking and reevaluating everything, I was able to sit down and tell myself, okay, if I'm gonna post both short form and long form videos, I need to make sure that I am posting what I want to post. I'm making sure that I don't burn myself out by doing too much, which is why the weekly vlogs are very manageable and those are very fun for me to do. I love doing that. And that's how I started documenting my life anyways. And then on YouTube, my friends were just like, hey, you should make longer vlogs. And yeah, they're right, I should. And therefore, that's where we are now. And it's just evolved into me talking and yapping and sharing. But yeah, I think all in all, when it comes to wanting to start content, the more you start to do it, the easier it becomes. And I think that's also true with a lot of other things. For example, I like to dance. I used to suck at dancing, but I dance more and more, and now I like to say that I'm decent at it. I'm not the best, but I'm definitely better than what I used to be. And same thing with filming and documenting my life. I used to think that my life wasn't worth sharing and putting it out there, but if you've seen the documenting my life video that I posted a while back, you'll see that life really is fun and that everyone has a unique perspective. And I think that I am getting pretty decent at making videos. So after a while, it gets easier. Don't get discouraged. Don't get too stressed out. Just consistently do it. And over time, you'll see the progress and the growth, and you'll have more fun making videos the less you stress about it. Yes. Yo, I don't know if you guys can hear me right now. I don't have my mic on, we got the wind going, but filming a little video for this brand called Ultimo. They sent me out some watch bands, so making a little video, trying something a bit different with this one than the traditional unboxing route. I think it's gonna turn out pretty good because I'm experimenting with different things and I'm trying something out of my comfort zone with filming, and I think that's what's most important, because when it comes to filming, I usually have these vlogs going on, you know, so me just pointing my camera at things and just I'm not even talking, just showing my POV of my life. But this time around, you know, when I get to film stuff for brands and whatnot, I really have fun with it because I get to experiment and try new things. And maybe to some people it might not look great, but I think to me, with the footage that I got and the editing process behind it, I was able to learn different things with filming this, new ways I want to explore next time I film something like this. So yeah, pretty excited. I like opportunities like this because it really lets me grow and explore new ways of filming things. So haven't had time to make a proper video for this, but this has slowly become my favorite camera bag. It's from Moment. It's the Sequence 21 liter. It's super lightweight, super versatile. The thing with camera backpacks is that they're so bulky and they're so heavy, but this one, I packed it out to how I like it with all my stuff and what I typically carry, and it honestly wasn't even that heavy, and I think that is what was so great and why I love this bag so much. It's super versatile. It doesn't open from the back, so I know that sets a lot of people off, but you're able to open this magnetic flap, and then inside you get this, which is pretty cool because it's this pink color, so you don't, you know, lose your gear in here. But yeah, this has been super cool. You can pack it up however you need to. You can use this for like dance practice, going to the gym if they allow bags, obviously your camera stuff, hiking, everything. Super lightweight, super versatile. I'm gonna put all this away real quick so you can kind of see how I pack it up, but yeah. Got my little Spider-Man. Good shoot. Pretty fun. Hey guys, so my wife wanted couscous from Mendo. She loves this thing, so I went to go pick it up. And then also, I went to Miniso. She's been wanting the Grogu keycap thing, so I found it. Every single Miniso we've been to, they didn't have it. So I grabbed it. She doesn't know I bought this for her, so we'll get her reaction later. And then I also, she's really into like her breads and stuff, so I found this. It's a bag charm. I know she said she doesn't want any more bag charms, but I couldn't help it. This looked cool, and I think based on all the options, she would be super down for all of these. I know she likes fruit sandos, she likes cinnamon rolls, she likes pistachio and croissants and donuts and roll cake, so yeah. Pretty sure she feels the same way about pancakes too, but we'll find out. So I'm gonna head home, and then we're gonna give this to her, get her reaction. Cool.
What's this one?
I don't know, I just saw it and I was like, dude, I feel like she'll like any one of these.
Press to relieve stress. Dude, any of them. They're all so good. With any, like this has to be. Good sando.
Alright, so earlier I talked about experimenting with different setups and how for the next week or two I'm going to be filming everything exclusively with my phone. So if you want to see how that goes, stay tuned for the next vlog. I'm going to be talking about what it's like filming on your phone. And I'm also going to be, per usual, posting my weekly vlog on Instagram, showing clips and everything that I filmed throughout the week using strictly my phone. So cool things that I want to show you guys. Let me just do this. This is an iPhone with nothing on it. I'm using the moment case because you can do a lot of cool things with this. First being this ND filter here. It's a quicklock VND. Just boom, and then you're good to go. Pretty cool. From here, what I do is I have this Peak Design cuff that I used to use on my cameras, and then I have the anchor, just attach that, and this is so that way I don't drop anything. Boom. Then I have my little SSD. You guys have seen this in a previous episode where I talked about it. Slap it into a little MagSafe wallet. Pretty cool. Another thing that I also got from Moment is this. It's their Super Cage, which has like all these different ports, so that way I can rig out my phone and do all these other cool things with it. I know people might say, why would you rig your phone? But it's the same thing. Why would we rig our cameras out and bring it out to film and document life? So that's that. One thing that I did add, which I think is super cool, I have these Falcam quick release plates. I put one on the back of this guy, so that way I can take my strap, attach it here, and then I can wear my camera around like so. Back up. And that way I can just walk around with this guy and be like, oh, I want to film something, quick release, and then I'm good to go, ready to film. I'm carrying everything in this bag right here, tried and true, also from Moment. It's my 4-liter sling. I've had this for years now. Literally have beaten this bag up and taken it everywhere. But what's in here is all my lenses, like Moment lenses and stuff, ND filter, my digicam, my handycam, pretty cool, love this thing. And then my newest purchase, which is this little guy, the jbordillas. But that is how I have been filming, or how I'm going to be filming with my phone. I'm gonna be doing a more in-depth video of my thoughts and all that stuff with filming on my phone, but so far, everything has been great. Obviously, there are limitations on this guy compared to this guy, but that's where the last video comes in, where introducing friction has taught me to go creatively. I am learning more by forcing myself to shoot from my phone. Not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm definitely learning to get creative with some shots in comparison to having this guy. And also, I'm able to just try out new things too. Like, I can easily put my phone in places that I couldn't really put my camera in, but anyways, yeah. All that to say, I am putting my cameras away for the next week or two, and then filming on my phone, and then I'll share with you guys how that goes.
Needs the tote bag. She needs the stickers.
All right, everyone. Thank you for listening to that yap session. I hope you found something valuable. To recap, long form and short form, they're both great. And I think if you're thinking about content, just really sit down at first and try to just understand and think what you want to accomplish with both platforms. That way you don't get into any creative burnout and you're able to have fun and enjoy the process. One thing that I can say is that it will be hard at first, and it's gonna feel very tiring. It's gonna feel pretty draining, especially just trying to figure it out. But the figuring out part is very fun. And I think what I love about making content is that it continues to open up so many opportunities. And I think that's why it's so important to just try and to just do it, right? I think that's how it is with everything. We grind hard at work, we grind hard at school, and then we're able to become successful. It's the same thing with our hobbies, however expensive they might be. But when it comes to documenting my life and filming different things, it gets easier over time and you continue to see the growth in it, and it's just super cool. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. All right, one last thing. I thought it would be cool to use a playing mat, which is why you see this Pokemon one. Pretty cool. If you watched this whole video, you would have seen some top-down shots of this mat. So